Hi, my name is Manu Chandra and I'm the executive chef at Olive Beach, Bangalore. And today I'm going to show you how to make a very popular dessert, which is the molten chocolate cake. So the first thing that we do is we've got a double boiler here. So it's essentially a pot of boiling water. We're going to melt the chocolate and the butter together. So I'm just going to transfer this chocolate into a steel bowl, 100 grams of butter, and we're going to place it on top of this and leave it there for some time so that the chocolate and the butter start melting together. We just need to make sure that once they have melted, they are homogenized. So I'll get to that step later. The next step is taking 2 whole eggs and 2 egg yolks, transfer them into a bowl. There are egg yolks. And we're going to add about 40 grams of sugar to this. And we'll start beating this. By beating the eggs and sugar together, what we're doing is we're lightening the eggs. You also don't want to over whisk this. So they look nice and pale. Have a look at the chocolate and the butter. You can see that it started melting. Just going to give that a few turns. This needs a couple of more minutes. Next, we're going to line the molds. So I'm just putting a piece of paper out here. We have these aluminum demi-sphere molds, and we're going to brush them with a little softened butter generously. Repeat that with the others. Once these are coated with butter, we're going to take a little cocoa powder and put them into the mold, and then move it around so it coats nicely. Go right back in there. I think by now the chocolate and the butter should have melted as well. So while we're doing that, we're just going to remove this off the heat and side. Nice and liquidy. And we're going to put these in the refrigerator for a little while so that the softened butter sets and we have a nice shell outside. So these go into the fridge, and we start assembling the mixture for the fondant or the lava cake or the molten chocolate cake, whichever you prefer to call it. And into the egg mixture. And just at this point, we're going to take a little bit of this flour, about 20 grams right here, and we're going to sprinkle that. So. And it looks like a nice cake batter, and that's essentially what this dessert is. It is a half-cooked cake. See that? Alright, the next step would be to transfer the batter . Alright, so we're going to refrigerate these for about 3 hours or even overnight, and then they go into preheated oven of about 180 degrees for about 8 to 9 minutes. That should be ideal. Okay, so now that these molds have been in the oven for about 7 minutes, you can see almost like a cake. This is a very hot mold, so we're going to use paper towels to handle this. Ideally, you'd want to make sure that there are no accidents, so we use a little spatula here just to run it along the edges very gently so that it comes off easily on the plate. And I'm just going to do this and then turn it over, and then with the help of that spatula, give it a light tap and lift the mold, and there you go. And we've got some cookie crumbs here, some chocolate cookie crumbs, which make a great garnish. We're just going to put a little bit right next to it here. So I'm going to dust this with a little icing sugar. Got some vanilla ice cream. And use a little flowers just to make it pretty. And there you go, that's a chocolate fondant, or a molten lava cake, or a half-cooked chocolate cake, whatever you like to call it.